Hey everyone, glad you are here. Let's talk about Rumble and what's coming up here in March. March is going to be very big here for the rest of Rumble's year here, which could help catapult it into a double-digit number. We're going to talk about that. It's a very important month coming up here. So whether you are a current investor in Rumble or you're curious about it, which you should be because it's got quite the rumble around the stock market right now. Dad joke there. Yes, Rumble is doing better on quarterlies. Rumble is growing. Its network, its platform, everything about it. And this has been a really good month, really good year so far for Rumble. And, the whole year, even going into last year, was really good with Rumble. It was showing uptick in numbers, people subscribing, and just the time that people are on Rumble. It is it's becoming a little bit of a competitor to YouTube, obviously. Now, I don't want to go in the genesis of what Rumble is. I don't think anybody here wants me to say that. So we'll go straight into why this month is going to be something hopefully special for Rumble. So March, there is not a 100% date of when this is happening, but Rumble will be releasing their final quarterly for last year, their Q4 here in March, and we suspect it to be around the 25th all the way till the 28th. And if you look online, there's not a set date, but I suspect any week here we should start hearing about when it is. So like I said, this is a little ahead of time, but I think being ahead of something is a lot better than being behind it. With that, if Rumble releases a good quarterly, this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge for them because it's going to solidify that Rumble is going to be taken very serious. Not only is it going to have a huge year for free speech, because that's what they're promoting right now on their platform, free speech, and that's one of the reasons it's growing. Not only have they had a lot of big characters that go over there and that have huge platforms, whether you like them or not, it's they have a lot of people over there. I have a platform on Rumble which is growing, which is I'm getting a platform over there, and I like Rumble. I like it. It's unique. It's different, but it's obviously trying to do its own thing apart from YouTube, and that's totally understandable. I like that. You should like that. With that too is that we are seeing numbers grow and stock price grow on Rumble right now. So the beginning of the year, Rumble was kind of quiet, other than you were starting to see people kind of go like, what is going on with Rumble right now? It's really cheap. It's having, quarterlies last year weren't breathtaking, but they were getting better. And Rumble's still very new. Rumble's still very new to what it's doing. I mean, think how long it took YouTube to get off and going. I wish I would have known about you. Well, I knew about YouTube 10 years ago, but I wish I would have done it 10 years ago, even 5 years. Well, I guess it's been almost 5 years now. I've been on it, but think where Rumble could be in 5-10 years from now. It could be a really big competitor with YouTube. And there's always some black horse in the distance coming up for, the top dog. And I really think Rumble obviously is ahead of everyone right now. And, somebody commented well, TikTok's bigger than Rumble. TikTok and Rumble are two different species. I mean, you're mixing a dog with a cat. It doesn't even make sense. So I don't know where anybody's going with that argument here. Rumble is a platform for long videos, for essentially like another YouTube, but it is the main strategy that they promote on that. Their bread and butter is free speech. So that's why it's gaining so much attention right now. And obviously with all the characters that it has on there, and plus this huge deal it has, partnership with Barstool Sports, I believe it's just the start of this year. So it also, too, I will say this, I have to mention this, it is a bit of a following, I won't say it is, but it is following Trump news. So Rumble, obviously, a majority of people that talk about free speech or promote Trump are on Rumble. So it is getting a little bit of that news attached to it where people are learning about Rumble, and I don't think a lot of people know they can even invest in this. I mean, think if you could invest in YouTube. Could you imagine being able to invest in YouTube? Obviously, I know about Alphabet, Google, but I'm talking about YouTube specifically. This is a huge year for Rumble to really push growth, really push numbers, and I think they're going to. Look at me. I'm just a random person who finally got into Rumble. I've always heard about Rumble, but I was like, I don't know about Rumble. What's going on? But when I finally took 5 minutes out of my day and got into Rumble, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And it's different. Now, it is different content right now, and it promoting to a majority of people, but it is growing too. So talking about financials, I am in Rumble, but I am in Rumble for the long run. I'm not trying to buy, sell, trade, and trade it daily here with Rumble. I'm not doing that. I want to plant my heels in the ground here with Rumble and really see what it's going to release here the next few years with quarterlies, with numbers, with growth. I still think they're very much in growing pains. Rumble is not, I'm not expecting Rumble to release a quarterly in March that's going to be like, no one saw this coming, where it's going to be like, holy moly, this is going to be a $50 stock. That's not what we're saying here. The bare minimum, what we're wanting here and what we need from Rumble right now is to help the news that's based around it right now with, all this talk around it right now, and to produce quarterlies that are in the green. So with that, the end of March here, hopefully by then we could see Rumble at a $10 mark. We could, just based off growth. And there's a lot that's going to be happening here with Trumpism. So people get mad when I say that, but I think there's people that are like, they understand the Trump train of stocks right now and everything that's attached to it. And then there's people who just don't. And that's okay. I'm not blaming anybody for that, but I think you have people like me who are obsessed with the stock market, like an unhealthy obsession. Like I'm just like fascinated by everything that it's attached to, and obviously I think the general economy is attached to the market, and the market is attached to the economy. And with that too, I've said that, but news and hype is attached to the general media, and specifically stocks. And Rumble is very much in a hype lane right now, and that's one reason we've seen it gain so much attention just in the past 30-40 trading days here. So Rumble is doing great as far as I'm concerned with trading. I mean, this was a $3 stock just weeks ago, and people were like, what's going on with this stock right now? So it's playing around this high 6, low 7 right now, which I'm happy with, because I got in early. I got in Rumble around like the mid 5s. So I'm just enjoying it right now. Even if it goes to 5, if it went back down to 5, I would consider buying more. I really do mean that. Because I'm in this for the long run. I'm in Rumble for, years down the road, because I really want to, I want to take the risk and the gamble that this could potentially really be a top player in media down the road here, because there's so many other big companies and platform with people that are attached to it that aren't going away. I mean, you look at Barstool Sports, they are pushing Rumble and vice versa. And then also, I'm gonna say this too, and this is what it is. True Social is attached to Rumble. They do work together. So if you're on Rumble, you will see that. And I don't know the future of True Social. I don't know that it's going to work, that it's going to stick around, that it won't be sold off into pieces years down the road. I don't know the projection of that. But what I do know is that True Social will be highly, highly pushed this year along with Rumble. So those are two good partnerships when we talk about hype in a stock. So there's just a lot of things that should push Rumble this year. And obviously the main one that we're looking for are quarterlies to be good. We need these quarterlies to be good. So bullet points, what I'm trying to say here is that going into March here, there'll probably be a small uptick in Rumble, because we know quarterlies are coming around the bend. Okay, good. There's going to be a lot more things going on with the Trump media and news, which Rumble might run off that a little more. And there's still things that Rumble's just going to do as a day in and day out platform / business that, well, we don't know about yet. The Barstool Sports partnership came out of nowhere. Great. We need some more of that. We need more things like that. That's one of the reasons that Rumble jumped so much too. So we're watching a young platform, a young company that's already established itself, but is still growing and gaining momentum. So this whole year is going to be a very important year for quarterlies for Rumble and engagement with people and the growth of their overall company when it comes to subscribers. So, obviously, if you don't have a Rumble account and you like Rumble, I probably shouldn't be saying this because I'm on YouTube, but you should check it out. So, friends, that is kind of my spiel right now. That's how, when I break down Rumble right now, that's really what I'm going after. Of all, being a long-term investor in Rumble for the next X whenever, time-wise, I obviously, step one is I want to see good quarterlies. I want to at least see them almost hit quarterlies, and I'm not expecting or wanting them to be like, breathtaking, but I just want to see something that's somewhat good of news here, that they're doing well. Second is that Rumble more than likely will have a great year regardless, just based on hype alone because of free speech media. And here's another thing that I'm just going to throw out there. If Trump were to win in November, we could see Rumble do well off of that. It could do well off of that. If Trump were to lose in November and Biden were to continue to be the president, however long he makes it, we could still see Rumble do very well because Rumble is becoming this platform that is more, which I like and I don't like, because I don't like when things are kind of just like one lane. I like to diversify, and Rumble is diversified, but right now, really, when I think people hear about Rumble, it's really trapped around this conversation of free speech. Good, great, grand, that's, we'll start there. But I could see Rumble really taking off in the next few years just based off of a platform that is surrounded by free speech, maybe from both parties and individuals. That possibly could turn into that. I don't know. Obviously, when we look at Rumble right now, it is a lot more conservative of a platform. Great, fine. But obviously, YouTube gets the majority of subscribers and attention because it's just everything. And it's been around the longest. That's all we've had as humans, YouTube. That's survived. And there's been other things like YouTube, but no one's been able to figure it out. But Rumble has, and they are growing. This is not a company that's like dying here. So friends, I'm going to shut up now, and let me know what you think. Are you in Rumble? Are you out of Rumble? What do you think? Like I said, I'm in Rumble, and if Rumble were to drop, I would not be that scared. I'm going to be honest. For me to get drove out of this company, they would have to unleash awful quarterlies. I mean, it would have to be like awful. But I don't see that happening here, where they're just like, oh my God, what is going on here? If it were to drop to $5, I would probably pick up more before the quarterly released. I would probably double down on some things and really potentially hold on to that half or sell that half before quarterlies, because I don't know what these quarterlies are going to be. I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know that they're going to be good. I don't know that they're going to be great. We're just speculating here. We've had some shocks so far this year. So we'll see what happens. Friends, I wish you all the well. I hope you're having a great day. I really do mean that. It's raining out there, and hopefully the sun's shining wherever you're at. Friends, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.